You want to stand there so I can look at you? There you go. No, you're all good. Hi, my name is Christa. I'm 22 years old and I'm the owner of Chez Peachy Bento Cake Shop. So basically, Chez Peachy specializes in bento cakes, which are these 4-inch personal cakes that are super fun and super adorable to share between you and a loved one, or even have for yourself. No shame in the game. I love eating those on my own and they're just so cute and dainty. But that's what we specialize in. And we also do multiple types of other sweets, such as cupcakes, and we could do larger cakes, specializing for weddings and birthdays. So honestly, the sky's the limit as long as it's cake-based. The only thing I will say we don't do are cake pops or cakesicles. I get that question all the time, and that's just something I don't do. But generally, our biggest specialty and our highest requests are bento cakes, and then everything else is mostly just cupcakes and brownies. So I would have to say somewhere around like between 2020 and the beginning of 2021, like probably January of 2021, because I started the business in February of 2021. I would have to say that the state of my mental health was pretty stable. It's just, I know that before starting the business, I felt like I was lacking creativity, you know, like an outlet for me to express myself in a creative, fun way, you know. And I love social media. Like, I love posting on social media, but I felt like my personal social media wasn't enough for me to express that creativity. And, you know, having been a preschool teacher before, an associate teacher to be exact, you know, I could do a lot of creativity with the kids and everything, but it wasn't really exactly what I was looking for, you know, versus like being able to do my own work. So I would have to say that I was a little on edge at the fact that I needed to be able to express myself in a fun and bubbly way, and that's when I decided that, you know what, I used to do cupcakes, maybe I could get back into it, so let me see how it goes. And that's how I discovered bento cakes, and you know, things changed for me at that point in my mental health. So yeah. So I would have to say, well, after having started the business in February of 2021, I didn't feel a large change until my business started to get more and more recognized within Tucson. Like, I started getting more clients, more people interested, people sharing my work, and you know, just a lot of validation was coming through the public, which was a really great feeling for me. And even if I had some that wasn't necessarily positive, you know, like negative criticism or whatnot, which happened very rarely, but when it would happen, it would affect me. In the moment of starting my business, I didn't really think of the possibilities on all aspects of owning a business, meaning positive and negative. You know, I just felt like, oh, you start a business and for most part it should go well. I knew negative criticism would come, but I didn't think that it would affect me as much. And when it would come, I felt like, you know, my mental health or just myself as a person could, you know, be affected by that in a way that it would just affect my progression, you know, just not making me want to quit, but just put me in a position where I didn't really feel like doing much sometimes. You know, I would be like, oh, well, this person said that about my cakes, you know, I want to improve, absolutely, there's no doubt about it. but also there was times that I would be having a day off, or not even a day off. I would have a lot of cakes and I wouldn't feel like doing any of those cakes. And I knew that I had a deadline for them because clients are gonna pick up. They expect you to have them ready. If I say 5 p.m., they're gonna be there at 5 p.m. But sometimes my body would be like, I just feel like staying in bed. I don't feel like doing any cakes. So I think that realization, when it changed when I first started the business, was just when the public started growing more and more, the client base started growing, and with the growth, it brought so many great possibilities, but it also brought a little bit of negativity as well, you know. So I guess that's when I noticed, sometime probably like summer of 2021, or maybe even end of 2021, that's when I started noticing a large change. Before then, it was just more like, I'm starting something new, I don't feel any effects yet. I was just very happy and excited about the new possibilities, but that was pretty much it. So what helps me push past the negativity within owning my business, I would have to say, is I look at the negativity as motivation. You know, as much as it can put me in a position where sometimes I don't feel like doing anything at all, sometimes I don't feel like being productive, or I really feel like somebody smacked me down to the ground, you know, I still use that negative point to push me forward and improve within my business. So if someone were to tell me that your cake was dry, I know when I first started, I was experimenting with a lot of recipes, and you're not going to be perfect off the bat. And I'm still not perfect to this day, you know. I've still had, you know, a medium percentage or even a small percentage of people express to me, to my face, like, well, I prefer this over that, you know. And I don't look at it as something that would stop me from moving. I just look at it as, okay, this is normal. People can get a lot worse. What can I do to improve, you know? And I always appreciate that. So I would have to say the main thing that keeps me going is, first of all, God. I put God first within my business always. And secondly, it's just keeping a very positive mindset, because if I let that negativity get to my head, it can really consume a person and you could really drown within that. And I'm not gonna let that happen to me. So I think that's really the main thing that keeps me going. And I think most of my followers can see that, especially through my social media, because I love to promote positivity always. So, yeah. So what I would have to say when I'm feeling the heaviness of negative energy around me, or just simply feeling the negative having power over my production and just my workday, usually what I'll do is I'll just probably take a couple moments. I'm not talking about a couple of minutes, but I'm talking maybe about a couple of hours or so. If I see that I can fit that within my schedule, you know, if let's say I don't have as many cake orders and the cake isn't due until the next day or something, I'll probably take that day to just sit back and unwind. Read a book, listen to music, you know, spend time with my family, or even just hug my dogs. I have 3 pugs, and pugs are very affectionate, so they bring forth a lot of comfort to me. Or better yet, I'll talk to my husband or to my mom. You know, my mom, she's my best friend, and I love to call her because she always gives me great advice and just loves to comfort me. And even if we're multiple states apart, because she's in New York and I'm in Tucson, she's always there to comfort me in any situations I go through, even the negative ones. So I would have to say that's how I handle those moments. I'm never alone usually, so if I am home alone, I call my mom because I love talking to her and she brings me a lot of comfort. But if I'm within a public setting with my husband or his family, you know, his brother, his mom, you know, those are all people that contribute to helping me improve with my mental health as a business owner, you know, to steer clear from the negative aspects of it. So, to new local business owners or anybody who's starting a small business, the best advice I can give you is whenever you receive negative criticism or anything negative come towards your business, don't let it get to you. You can definitely, there's no shame in having a period of time where you want to cry or you want to be mad. Honestly, I allow myself to have those moments because it's healthy within owning my business and it keeps me on track. You don't want to let it bubble up inside of you. So feel free to let those emotions out, but just don't let it get to you to a point where you feel like it's overshadowing your capabilities in growing your business. Because trust me, people will notice how far you're going with the amount of hard work and how you're taking care of yourself as well. And if you feel like you're just being too overwhelmed with too many tasks, then sometimes you just have to take a break. And it's okay to take a break because clients will come and go, people will come and go, but you are with yourself practically forever. And before you can take care of your business, you have to take care of yourself as a business owner. And I think that's honestly the best advice I could give because I wish somebody would have told me that off the bat starting my business. So I find that very important. So main thing is take care of yourself, don't focus too much on the negative, and it's okay to let your feelings out. Those are the top 3 things I would recommend to any business owner. Hi, I'm Chez Peachy and I'm 520 Culture.